Hey guys, Jag here, and welcome to the 10-day coaching Kickstart program. Super pumped, super excited to be with you guys on this platform and sharing this with you. Look, we're gonna have fun for next 10 days or next 2 weeks. When you're gonna learn, you're gonna apply, you're gonna go out and take action. But what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be putting a plan together. I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I've been doing from last 5 years at least, and in especially in this coaching world, and being managed to create a business within 10 months, took it to high seven figures, using the formula which I'm going to be sharing with you guys. And also, this is the same formula. I talk about it pretty much at everywhere. I talked about it in the book. I talked about it everywhere else as well. But this is what happens is, look, first of all, I really want to welcome you to this program. Look, from bottom of my heart, because a lot of people talk about it. A lot of people talk about taking action. They want something in their life. It's like always a wish. It's never a must. They always want something, but they don't want to take action to get that. Because you guys in the program right now, and I truly believe that you're one of those people where things are at that point in your life where you want to have this as a must. You want to make this successful, because unless you have this as a must, doesn't matter how much I try, doesn't matter how much I say, doesn't matter how much I share with you guys, with you, nothing's going to happen, because it's not a must for you. For you to be successful, you need to be wanted it, right? So you want it, not me wanted it or somebody else. It's you need to do it, you need to be wanted it. And that's where we start. I think today's day one. I've got the plan laid out here in front of me, what we're going to do for the next 10 days. So I just want to share with you guys a very quick plan, what's going to happen, so that you expect, right? So the number one thing is, you must have completed the form, the onboarding form, where I get to actually know more about you, what do you do, and why you in this program. Because it's a coaching kickstart program, so it's for those people who have uh, done a lot of education, you have done a lot of studies, you have done a lot of certifications in the programs, but you haven't managed to learn how to get clients, right? So that's what we do, right? That's what we do as a business. We help smart people just like yourself to become a successful entrepreneur. Right. So the idea behind is, you have all the skills, you have all the knowledge. The what's missing piece is, you haven't been taught the skills to run a business. And that's what we're going to do in next 10 days, and also going forward as well, right? So but one thing you must know this, right? So in these 10 days, things won't be easy. It certainly won't be easy, because if they are easy, meaning that this program probably not for you, right? It's because we want to make sure that you are an action taker, you're doing the work. We don't want to make sure, I don't want to be your friend, and that's, to be honest, I don't want to be your friend. I want to be your coach, who tell you as is, right? Who tell you to do the work, even though you don't like it, right? So I want to be at that level. So uh, hope you consider this as become a coachable as well for the next few days or few weeks now, and take action, right? So look, one thing I can certainly say, look, in last many years, I've done a lot of stuff. One thing which I really really proud of, I know how human beings work. Look, this is my forte. This is my way of looking at it. This is what I do. It's just because I kind of understand the human beings really well. You can call it by failing so many times, failed in 13 startups in my early days, and not understanding how to make a business successful. So these were one of those times when I had to go back into the books and say, hey, how do I make this business successful, right? How do I take everything, why people outside are so successful, why every business outside is successful, or not mine, right? So what's going on? So I had to go back to the basics to understand the humans, right? Human needs and human wants, human desires, what makes people move, like, so that's why I can certainly say I cannot do what you guys do. right? I cannot do what you guys do, and I'm not at that level. So if I come to one of your programs, I'll be sitting at the back and taking lots and lots of notes, right? So I know that you guys are good at what you do, right? That's why I work with people who are smart, right? Smart is a big word, right? People who have done something with their life, they have experiences, they have knowledge, they have certifications, and the all these education which they acquired. But one big part is missing is how to become a successful or commercially successful business owner, and that's where I come into the picture, right? So my uh, next few years or next few weeks or next few months, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to give you, depending which level you come with us in the future, where you go, want to take your business to $1 million. Right. So if you don't have this goal, I want to plant this goal today. This might seem impossible, right? When we did the first time, somebody knocked on my, um, um, you know, shoulder at the shop saying, "Jag, we want to buy your business." I just didn't believe that. I just didn't believe that, right? So, and having a first meeting and somebody offered us a high seven-figure, amount for our business, I just didn't believe that. I just thought he must have been kidding, right? So you never know how the stars gonna align. I don't know how they're gonna align. You don't know how they're gonna align. But what we can do as a human being, we can put our intention out there and say, hey, this is what I want. So I just want to plant it today and say, hey, if you're trying to build your coaching business, you must have this goal that in next 3 to 4 years, I want to take my business to $1 million revenue. And that's what I want to do, and I want to show you a path. I want to share with you the path how you can actually do it, and it's easy, right? Easier. The only thing you have to do is follow the process or follow the path, which I'm going to share with you guys. So, and here is one thing, right? So here is something you have to do. So, what's going to happen is, just so that you understand the game plan. So the first is, this game plan is that the program is a coaching kickstart. So if you're a coach and you had an education, you done bit of stuff, and now you want to become or make your business successful. um, what we're going to do is, in the next 2 weeks, we're going to I'm going to send you these trainings, and you do the work and reply back to the email or work with your coach, and then do the work, basically. So you get it, training every day for the next 14 days, except the weekends. So altogether it's about 10 trainings you're going to get, and you go out and do the work and reply back with the answers, and go ahead and do the work, right? So what it means is, it's all about you doing the work. We giving you the instructions, we giving you the path, we're giving you the way, all these steps, but you got to do the work. So the number one thing is, you must do the work, right? So if you don't do the work, nothing is going to happen. Nothing. I promise you, nothing will happen. Zero. Right. So you got to do the work, right? So you got to do the work, and that's the number one condition. So number two thing is, you must set your intention for the next 14 days. You must set your intention. What I mean by that is, what do you actually want? Like, I want you to think about number of clients you want to get in the next 14 days. Number of clients, because unless you have that, it's going to be really, really, really hard, because your intention matters the most. Your intention matters the most. And if you think of from my perspective and you can't think of number, I would actually give you number five. So think of having five clients in the next 2 to 3 weeks, working together. I know some of you might be thinking, hey, that's just too many. Some of you guys probably thinking, hey, Jag, that's a very small goal. I should have given me more, right? So depending where you're at, you think about having that intention, at least five clients, and you put it out there. Hey, I want this. If five doesn't seem to be the right number for you, Pick whatever feels right. Whatever feels right, right? You need to feel right because it has to feel that you be able to achieve that, right? You be able to achieve that, and that's what you want to do it. Um, can you hear the TV? My kids are gone crazy, I think, on the other side. The TV is way too loud. Just give me a second. I think I need to tell them to pull it down. So I'll come back. Just give me 30 seconds. All right, I'm back. Hopefully, this is better. What we were talking about intention, right? So you must have an intention of how many clients would you want to have? How many clients, right? So whatever feels right. So it doesn't have to be what I say and what it's going to be, whatever feels right. So once you have that intention, you must be declaring it publicly. And here's an example of this. Um, if you are part of the Million Dollar Experts Facebook group, I would like you to declare it there. Hey, my intention is, or you can do like this, right? So, I'm a part of the coaching Kickstart program, and I declare, or my intention is to get, 2 clients or 5 clients in next, whatever way you feel like you need to declare, right? Okay, you can just go in the group and say, hey, my intention to get 5 clients in next 4 weeks or 2 weeks, whatever that feels right, right? So, or if you want to do it on your public domain on Facebook, just by yourself, you can do it there. So whatever makes you feel right, right? So you can do it declaration at public level, or you can declaration at a group level, right? So that only certain people can see. It's all about you, right? So where you want to do it, but you must declare it. And here is a reason for this. The declaration is for you and the universe to say, hey, this is what I want. This is my declaration. My intention is in the next 3 weeks, or next 4 weeks, or next 5 weeks, whatever that is for you, or 2 weeks, whatever the number is, to get 5 clients in my coaching business. And that's my intention, right? So we want to set that intention and we want to declare it. You want to declare that intention to the universe and let the universe do the magic while you're doing the work as well. Okay, so that's number one thing you must do. Do it whenever you're ready, and you do that. Make that declaration of your intention and let the world know. You can do it on public places, any of the social media, whether it's a LinkedIn, whether it's a Facebook, or you can do it in a Million Dollar Experts group, which is our group. Only our people can see it, right? So that's the number one thing. You must do it. The second thing you do it is be ready for this. Be ready for this. And let me start by giving you a bit of information. So what are you going to learn is next 2 weeks is basically very, very, very short version of my 2 best programs. One is the quantum mind practice, which I do it every day, and then the fast growth method. All right, so you're going to learn that, and you're going to apply that, and let the world and let the universe help you make things happen for you, right? Um, so the first week is all about, we're going to talk about quantum mind a little bit, and we're going to talk about the fast growth method a little bit, but we're all going to combine everything together. So here is one, um, very quick introduction to the quantum mind practice. Today, wherever you are, your structure, your identity is not designed for what you actually want. Meaning that if your identity is designed, your structure is designed, you would have been that person anyway. You would have gotten everything what you need. So let me explain by structure. So most people's structure or the identity is not designed to make money and run businesses. So what do I mean by structure? So walk into a building. When you walk into a building, building has got a different ways to tell you where to go. They have a certain doors, certain windows, pathways which leads to different places, right? Where they don't want people to go, they have walls. So the only way people can enter into the building or enter its special rooms is by going through the doors, meaning that the architect designed in a way that People just follow, right? So, and that's why we call it the structure, your identity. Today, your structure is not designed to make you money. Today, your structure is not designed to make you a successful business owner. And that's why we need to change that structure. We need to change that identity. When we change this identity, everything will just flow, right? So think of that the water, right? So what happens to the water? We all follow the path of least resistance. We all follow the path of least resistance, and that's why humans are like this. Doesn't matter where you go in the nature, water follows the path of least resistance. And that's an example everywhere. So we all have these identities which we created based on our values and beliefs given to us by somebody, and we do this work, right? We all been doing this, but we haven't created our own identity based on what we believe, what we want to do. Everything what you do, I promise you, if you look back, you're pretty much doing exactly the way your mom and dad, your uncle, aunt, your neighbor, somebody you know did that. The reason you eat the food you eat is because somebody gave you that food when you were growing up. That's why you love that food, right? Or if you like certain movies because you have been brought up in that culture, right? If you wear certain type of clothes because you have seen people around you wearing certain type of clothes. If you believe in certain way, it's because you have people around you believe in that way. Meaning that your identity is shaped by people around you and you have taken that shape. The difficult part is all around people around us, they have never ran businesses. They all are employees. They all were employees. Like my example is perfect. Um, I don't know about you, but my mom and dad, my uncles and aunts, my teachers, my masters when I was studying doing MBA, my marketing teacher to business teacher, they all were employees. They all were employees. So I never had that structure, never had that identity given to me by somebody who actually ran businesses. So everything which I did was basically pretty much to run to become a better employees, right? So I've been to the university, I've done everything, but whatever they taught me from day one was to become a better employee, right? And that's what I've been doing. I became the best employee, but I just didn't know how to run a business. That's why I failed in so many startups because um, I wasn't designed from day one. My structure wasn't designed. My identity wasn't designed from day one to become the best entrepreneur, right? The business owner. So that's the difference, right? So here is one big thing, right? Where you are today, right now, and where you want to be, the gap is an education gap. That's it, nothing else. The gap is an education gap because you haven't been taught. You are a smart person, right? You have done so much in the past. The only thing missing is the education. And my part of this deal is I want to just educate you in these stuff, which you're probably not aware of, right? So there's a part in the business. There is a sales, marketing, delivery. They all are part of the business. We must do it. You like it or not, we must do it. And here is one big deal, right? Big thing. When you are an employee or worked so many years as an employee, the catch is you want to do so much within the delivery section of the work. Meaning that if you're a coach, you just want to coach somebody all the time, and that's what you want to do. That's a delivery part of that, meaning that you love creating programs, you love coaching people, you love having one-on-one conversations so that people can have breakthroughs and doing that. But that is a big gap, right? So delivery can only happen when marketing and sales happen at the front end, right? So when you're an employee, all that marketing and sales was done by somebody else. And now you in your own business, you can do the delivery really well because you did that for somebody else as well, but you don't actually know how to do sales and marketing. And that's what the big missing piece is. Remember what we talked about? Education gap. You are here, you want to be here. The gap is an education gap. And we need to fill that gap. We need to make you a ninja marketer or a salesperson in the next 14 days. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be really edgy because you have never done it. And my challenge to you is you're not doing any delivery. we're not going to even talk about or think about the delivery, right? Meaning that we're going to think about what we're going to cover when we're going to do the delivery, meaning that if we get the clients, we should know what we're going to talk about. But we're not actually going to design the entire content of that, whatever the delivery is, right? So we're not going to design it. We're going to have high level what we know that we're going to deliver. If we have a client tomorrow, we know what we're going to cover, just very high level, but we're not going to design the depth of that content. Okay, so here is one thing, right? So we're going to talk about a lot of quantum mind practice. We're going to talk a lot about the fast growth method. Every day I'm going to come. So today's pretty much the same thing, right? So I hope you understand this. These 10 days or 14 days won't be easy. They won't be easy. Look, I promise you. And you just got to do the work. So the first thing you must do, today's job is to declare your intention. What's your intention? Right? What's your intention for the next 14 days? Because you're part of this program, you must declare it. You must declare it, right? So the second thing is we want to work on your identity. So some of the things you might think they're just a woo-woo and you don't want to do it. My suggestion would be just follow it, right? So I might give you a couple of meditation exercises as part of this. You might do certain things with me, though those might not align with your values and beliefs today. But here is I can only say one thing, right? If you want to be a successful business owner, follow the path of a successful business owner, right? So uh, I wasn't like that. I didn't start like that. I just had to completely change the way I saw the world, right? So completely redo my identity, and that's what I want you to do it as well. And to do that, your ego will pop in, right? So because ego doesn't want you to die, because if you kill your identity, the ego dies, right? So your ego will make sure that you don't do the work and you don't kill this identity. So your job is to tame your ego, make sure that ego doesn't pop up, right? So, and it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but we're here to help, right? We're here to help. If you have any questions, something is popping up, something you don't understand, please, 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 please get in touch. Because if you don't, we don't know what's going on in your world, right? We have no clue what's going on in your world. We try to check in, see if you're okay, but sometimes we might not, right? So depending how many people we have in the program. But I really want you to play full out for the next 2 weeks. Play full out and do the work, do the work, do the work, do the work, do the work. Without you doing the work, it's just going to be really hard. So here is the overall plan. I think I talked about a couple of times, but here is again: declare your intention, join the experts, the $1 Million Experts group. If you haven't joined yet, do it again. Just I'll send you the link as well if you don't have it. But that's it for today, Rook. I think we really want to. If you have a meditation practice, please put your intention out there. Please put your intention out there, and your intention matters the most. And we want to work on your identity so that so that we can actually change the structure of your identity so that the water flows as it's supposed to. Remember, we all follow the path of least resistance. So that's what we want to do for your identity. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for day one. I hope this makes sense, but we're going to start the work tomorrow. Let's put it out there to the universe. What do you actually want? What do you actually want? And let's work together to make it happen for yourself. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for your company, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.